and welcome to Proving the Concept, the podcast where we explore the weird, the wonderful, and at times downright bizarre world of science and technology. I'm your host, Sarah Goffin, and today we're getting molecular. That's right, we're talking about peptides and proteins, the microscopic powerhouses that keep us alive, fuel medicine, and even sneak their way into our skincare routines. We'll break down the science behind these fascinating molecules, explore some cutting-edge research, and as always, we'll end with a spotlight on an incredible female scientist whose work has shaped this field in a major way. So, whether you're a science nerd, a biotech enthusiast, or just here for the weird and the wonderful, stick around. This is going to be a fun one. Let's make sure we're on the same page about what peptides and proteins actually are. Imagine you have a set of building blocks. These blocks represent amino acids, the fundamental components of life. When you link them together in short chains, you get peptides. Keep adding more blocks, and you eventually get a full-size protein. Peptides are chains of amino acids, usually fewer than 50 in length. They tend to act as messengers in the body, helping cells communicate. Proteins are longer and fold into intricate three-dimensional shapes, allowing them to perform highly specialized tasks. To put it another way, peptides are like tweets, short, direct messages. Proteins are like novels, complex and packed with information. Now, why does that matter? Because peptides and proteins quite literally run the show inside your body. From insulin regulating blood sugar to collagen keeping your skin firm, these molecules are behind everything. Fun fact, the protein titin, which helps with muscle elasticity, has the longest name of any known protein. Want to guess how long it is? It has 189,819 letters. Peptides and proteins are essential to life, but they're also game changers in medicine. Scientists are harnessing their power to develop new drugs, target diseases, and even extend human life. Some peptides have natural healing properties. Take insulin, for example. This peptide hormone was discovered in 1921 and it changed diabetes treatment forever. And it's not just insulin. Other peptide-based drugs include GLP-1 receptor agonists for diabetes and weight loss, BPC-157, a peptide being studied for its ability to heal wounds and even repair damaged organs, thymosin alpha-1, an immune-boosting peptide being researched for cancer and viral infections. And now, moving on to venom peptides. Did you know that some of the deadliest creatures on Earth produce peptides that could save lives? Cone snails release venom that contain a pain-killing peptide called ziconotide, which is 1,000 times more powerful than morphine and non-addictive, which is being studied as to whether or not these can apply to humans. Gila monster saliva contains a peptide that led to a new diabetes medication. Spider venom peptides being explored as potential treatments for stroke and epilepsy. Fun fact, the black mamba, one of the deadliest snakes in the world, produces venom that contains peptides with pain-killing properties stronger than morphine. Peptides in cancer research. Scientists are working on peptide-based cancer therapies that precisely target tumour cells while leaving healthy ones intact. One particularly exciting area is peptide drug conjugates, where peptides deliver chemotherapy directly to cancer cells, minimizing side effects. Protein folding and why it matters. Proteins aren't just long chains of amino acids. They have to fold into specific shapes to work properly. If they fold incorrectly, it can lead to diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, and cystic fibrosis. For decades, scientists struggled to predict how a protein would fold just by looking at its amino acid sequence. Then, in 2020, DeepMind's AlphaFold AI cracked the problem, making it possible to predict protein structures with incredible accuracy. This is a big deal. Understanding protein folding helps us design better drugs, create synthetic proteins, and even develop new materials that mimic biological structures. Fun fact, there's a citizen science project where you can help researchers study protein folding by running simulations on your computer. Weird and wonderful facts about proteins. Spider silk is a protein and it's stronger than steel, even using spider silk proteins to develop biodegradable plastics and super strong materials. Glow-in-the-dark proteins even exist. Green fluorescent protein, or GFP, from jellyfish is used in scientific research to track cells under a microscope. Your body produces and recycles proteins. In fact, you break down and rebuild 250 grams of protein every single day. Milk proteins can be turned into plastic. Scientists have created biodegradable proteins from casein, a protein found in milk. To close out today's episode, let's talk about a woman who revolutionized how we visualize proteins. Dr. Jane S. Richardson. Dr. Richardson is a biophysicist better known for developing the ribbon diagram, a method used to visualize protein structures. Before her work in the 1980s, proteins were often represented as confusing clusters of atoms. Her ribbon diagram simplified everything, making it easier to understand their function. What's even cooler, Dr. Richardson is mostly self-taught in this field. She started in philosophy but transitioned into protein research, proving that curiosity and passion lead you anywhere in science. Her work has shaped modern structural biology. Today, ribbon diagrams are a staple in textbooks and scientific research, and her contributions have helped thousands of researchers analyze protein structures more effectively. Fun fact, Dr. Richardson and her husband David Richardson are still active in science today, mentoring the next generation of biophysicists. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Proving the Concept. We've explored peptides and proteins, their fascinating roles in our bodies, their impact in medicine, and even their unexpected presence in nature. And how about Dr. Jane S. Richardson, a true trailblazer who showed us that science is not just about data, but also about visualization and creativity. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. You can also follow us on social media for more fun science facts and behind-the-scenes content. I'm Sarah Goffin, and I'll see you next time for another deep dive into the strange and wonderful.